Hi lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's tutorial I'll be making this heart shaped spiral granny square. And for this tutorial I'm going to be making use of these three colors, and I made this already. I made four of these already. So, and for this tutorial I'm going to be making use of these three colors: the white, the red, and the black yarn. So the white yarn is going to be my yarn A, and the black yarn is going to be my yarn B, and the red yarn is going to be my yarn C. So I'm going to be making use of this 4.5 hook. You can make use of 4.0, anyone between 4.5 and 4.0. So let's get into our video. So we are going to start by making a magic ring, and to make a magic ring, it's either you make a chain of 4 or you do it this way. So I'll choose to go this way for this particular type. So I'm going to grab this and chain 1. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go into the ring with an half double crochet with a single crochet. Then I'll go into it with an half double crochet. Then I'll go into the ring with 2 double crochet, which is 1 and 2, making it 2 double crochet. So after this I'm going to draw up a loop. Then I'll grab my yarn B, which is the black yarn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a knot with the hook. So this is how I'll make my knot. I'll insert my hook this way, twist it, then take the tail and yarn over and pull through this. So after this, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to insert my hook into the ring circle, then grab my yarn, make a chain and slip stitch into this. So from here you're going to chain 1, you're going to chain 1. Then what you're going to do next is you're going to go into the circle, into the ring circle with a single crochet. You go into it with an half double crochet, and you go into it with 2 double crochet. So use 1 and 2. Draw up a loop. Then you grab the tail of the white yarn that we started with, then you close the ring. Then you insert your hook back into the yarn B, which is the black yarn. Then you continue by making 2 half double crochet in the next 3 stitch, which is 1, 2, 3. This is the chain 1 we made for the beginning. This is the chain 1 we made before we started the project. So we'll make 2 double crochet each into 1, 2, 3. So this was the single crochet we made earlier, this was the half double crochet we made, and this is the double crochet we made 1, 2. So we'll make 2 double crochet here, 2 double crochet here, and 2 double crochet here. So let's go and make 2 double crochet into this stitch, and I'm just going to weave this yarn tail in, this black yarn. I'm going to weave it in. So I'll go in here with 1 double crochet, another 1 double crochet, then I'll go into the next stitch with 2 double crochet, which is 1 and 2. Then I'll go into the next with 2 double crochet, which is 1 and 2. Then After that, you pull your yarn up, then insert your hook into the yarn A, and from here what we're going to do next is we're going to insert 2 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. Make sure to check for the chain one you made, because you're not going to insert the double crochet into the chain one you made. So I'm going to start here with 2 double crochet here, 1, 2, 2 double crochet in the next, 1, 2, and 2 double crochet in the next stitch, 1, 2, then you go into the next 2 stitches with 2 double crochet each again. So 1, 2, then you go into the next with 2 double crochet, which is 1, 2, then you go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet, with 1 extended double crochet and 1 treble crochet. So to make an extended double crochet, you're going to yarn over, you're going to insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, then you yarn over, pull through the first loop, this first loop, then you yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, then you go into the same stitch with a treble crochet. You do that by yarning over twice, 1, 2, then you go into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. After this, you go into the next stitch with 3 treble crochet, which is 1, 2, and 3. Then after that, you go into the next stitch with one extended double crochet and 1 treble crochet. So 1 extended double crochet and 1 treble crochet. Then the next thing to do after this is to pull up a loop. Then you go into, you pull up a loop, then grab your yarn B and pull it to your hook to tighten it. And the next thing to do is to make 2 double crochet into the next 2 stitches, which is this and this. So let's go. So I'm going to continue weaving this one in. So I'm going to go in here with 2 double crochet, which is 1 and 2. I'm going to go into the next with 2 double crochet, which is 1 and 2. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet and 1 extended double crochet. So I'll go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet and 1 extended double crochet. Then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go into the next 3 stitches with 2 double crochet in each of the stitch, which is 1, 2. Then I'll go into the next stitch with 2 double crochet, 1, 2, Then I'll go into the next with 2 double crochet. 1, 2. Then I'll go into the next with 1 extended double crochet and 1 double crochet. 1 extended double crochet and 1 double crochet. Then after that, I'm going to go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet, and I'm going to go into the next with an half double crochet. After that, I'm going to go into the next 2 stitches with 1 single crochet each. 1, 2. Then I'm going to go into the next with a slip stitch, which is this. Then I'll put up a loop, cut my yarn off, tighten it. So from here we're going to insert our hook into the yarn A. Then after that, we're going to go into the next stitch with 2 double crochet, which is 1, 2. After that, we're going to go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet and 1 extended double crochet. Then after that, we go into the next stitch with 2 treble crochet, which is 1, 2. Then we'll go into the next stitch with 3 treble crochet, which is 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to go into the next stitch with 2 treble crochet, which is 1 and 2. Then what we're going to do next is we'll go into the next stitch with 1 extended double crochet and 1 double crochet, 1 extended double crochet and 1 double crochet. Then after this, we're going to go into the next stitch with a slip stitch, pull up a loop, then cut off your yarn and secure it. So this is what we have for now. This is how it looks like. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead with the third yarn, which is the yarn C, and start working on the squares. So you're going to turn it upside down. This is how it looks like. Then you turn it upside down. Then you go to the third stitch from this slip stitch we made here, which is 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. You go into the third stitch from here, which is 1, 2, 3. Insert your hook, then attach the yarn C. So when you're done attaching, you're going to go ahead and insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, make a chain of 1, then you skip this one, you skip the next stitch, then you go into the next stitch with a single crochet. So I'm going to skip this next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet. Then you go into the next stitch with an half double crochet. Oh, sorry. You go into the next with an half double crochet, not a double crochet. I made a double crochet instead. You go into this with an half double crochet. You go into the next with 1 double crochet. Then into the next stitch you make 2 treble crochet, which is you're going to yarn over twice. Go into this with 1 treble crochet, then another 1 treble crochet on the same stitch. Then after that you're going to make a chain of 2, 1 2, then you go into the next stitch with 2 treble crochet, then another treble crochet. Then after this you go into the next with 1 extended double crochet. Then you go into the next with 1 double crochet. Then you go into the next 5 stitches with 5 double crochet each, with 1 double crochet each. Sorry, you go into the next 5 stitches with 1 double crochet each. If you notice, after the 2 treble crochet, chain 2, 2 treble crochet, we made 1 extended double crochet and we made another 1 double crochet. So into the next 5 stitches we make 1 double crochet each. So I already made 1, I have 4 double crochet left. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then into the next stitch we'll make 2 treble crochet, which is 1, then another 2, then you make a chain of 2, 1 2, then you go into the next stitch with 1 treble crochet, with 2 treble crochet, which is 1 2, then after this you go into the next 3 stitches with double crochet. So when you get to this place that we made our slip stitch, instead of making a double crochet there, you just make extended double crochet into this. So this is what we have now. So what we are going to do next after this is we are going to go into this with 1 double crochet. We'll go into the next 3 stitches with 1 double crochet each, which is 1 2 3. So you go into this with 1 double crochet, you go into the next with 1 double crochet, you go into the next with 1 double crochet, and after this you go into the next with 2 treble crochet, 1, another in the same stitch, 2, then you make a chain of 2, then you go into the next stitch with 2 treble crochet, then after this you go into the next 5 double crochets, 5 stitches with 1 double crochet each. So you go into this 1 double crochet, go into the next with 1 double crochet, go into the next with 1 double crochet, that's 2, go into the next with 1 double crochet, that's 3, go into the next with 1 double crochet, that's 4, go into the next with 1 double crochet, that's 5. Then after that you're going to go into the next with 2 treble crochet into the next stitch with 2 treble crochet, which is 1 treble crochet, another treble crochet on this stitch, then you chain 2, then you go into the next stitch with more 2 treble crochet, then another treble crochet in the same stitch. So what we have next is the place we made our slip stitch for this black yarn. So we are just going to go into it with 1 extended double crochet. Now you make a double crochet, not extended double crochet in it. So after this, you go into this next stitch with 1 double crochet, and you're going to slip stitch into this place, the place we made our chain 1 earlier. Go into it with a slip stitch. So this is what we have. So after this, you're going to make a chain of 2, which is 1 2, and you double crochet into the same stitch, then into the stitch where we made our chain 1 earlier, you make 1 double crochet in it, then you go into the next 1 2 3 4 5 with 1 double crochet in it each. 1 2 3 4 and 5. Then into this space you make 2 double crochet, chain 2, you go into the same stitch with another 2 double crochet, into the same space with another 2 double crochet, then you go into the rest with 1 double crochet each, so this is literally what we're going to repeat for this row, which is our final row. So you're going to go ahead and make 1 double crochet in each stitch, then when you get to this space, the space here, you make 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, then you continue making your double crochet until you get to this other space, you make 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, then you continue making it until you get here, then you make 2 double crochet into this space, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So go ahead and continue making it, then when you get here, I'll tell you guys what to do next. So continue with this row. So I'm almost at the end of this row, so I'm just going to go in here with my double crochet, go into the next with my double crochet. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the first double crochet I made there, another chain 2 with a slip stitch, then you're going to make a chain of 1, grab your scissors and cut your yarn off. So this is how it looks like. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut off the excess yarn and try to hide this. So you're going to you can use your tapestry needle, but I just want to make use of this I can't get rid of my tapestry needle for now, so I'm just going to make use of this to hide my yarn tail. And instead of hiding it, you can also just make a tie with the yarn tail and cut it off, but I just choose to do it this way. Okay, grab my scissors, cut this off. I do the same thing with this. This is the wrong side and this is my right side, so I'll hide it through the wrong side. And if this is your first time, if this is your first time coming across my channel, kindly like, subscribe. And in my next tutorial, I'm going to use this the heart shaped spiral to make something beautiful. So you guys should like, subscribe, and share to turn on your notification to get what is coming next on my channel. It's going to be a beautiful tutorial next. So this is how it looks like. So guys, I'll see you guys on the next tutorial. I'll see you on the next. Bye guys.